Hey guys, good afternoon. Justin coming at you from Ocala Golf Shop and Fitting Center here in Ocala, Florida. Excited to be here today. We're starting some video shoots to enhance what we're giving to you guys as information and everything. We are going to be shooting straight off of the cuff today. Daniel's going to have a little bit of question and answer here with us. I will go ahead and tell you, Daniel is not a golfer. I have not looked at these questions beforehand, so I don't even know what's about to be asked. It could be wrong terminology. We could be learning a lot together. Daniel's going to be learning a lot. He is going to become a golfer soon, so I know these are some questions he really wants to know the answers to. So let's start with the first one. Here we go.
So I have a question about slicing. So how do I stop slicing as much?
So great question. Interesting that my fitting this afternoon was a gentleman who came in because of he's not enjoying the game of golf because he's naturally losing the golf ball to the right of the target. Okay. When he's losing the golf ball to the right of the target, we got to figure out what scenarios are causing that, what's making that. The greatest thing is, like we're here today in the club fitting studio, we have tools that we can use to our advantage rather than an individual trying to guess at it. So use our launch monitor. We can figure out, is it a swing path issue? And when I talk about swing path, my biggest analogy I use is a tennis player, that if a tennis player goes to hit a shot and if they go what we call out to in, if they cut across the ball, what's that going to do? It's going to create side spin that would cause the golf ball to go to the right of your target. That is a problem a lot of times, is what is a swing path that's causing it. The gentleman I helped this afternoon was actually making a great swing from the inside. The problem was every time he came in to hit the golf ball, his club head was 3 degrees open, and then in the next 12, 14 inches in his golf swing, that club head would continue to open up. So when that club head starts open, continues to open up, there's only one spot for the golf ball to go, if you want to say. Right. My biggest analogy I use, and I'm going to have you grab me a club, Daniel, real quick. That's fine. That's perfect, because this will give a good example here. Is if we think of baseball when we go to hit a baseball. If you want to hit a baseball to first base, if this was a bat, what would you do? You'd get your hands out in front. The barrel of the bat would be behind you, and that ball would go where? Right. Right. So a lot of times, that's what's happening when people hit a slice, is they're almost going down to hit a ball and getting their hands way in front of it. Look how then the club head's open. So we got to look at multiple scenarios, and that's what we're able to do with our launch monitor. That's what we're able to do through fittings. And that's where, in my 26 years of doing this now, I'm just blunt and I don't sugarcoat it anymore. Right. If it's a swing issue that there is no help for a golf club, I'm going to recommend you to go have lessons with someone to try to help you, because I can't help you. At that point, right, you're buying a golf club with hope, not with a guarantee.
Gotcha. Okay, well, thanks for that. So when it comes to golf balls, so how would I choose a right golf ball? Because I see some golf balls are cheap, and I see some of them are rather expensive. Like why? Like, how am I to choose the right one for me?
Yeah, so a golf ball is a performance tool in the game of golf, if you want to say. So when we think of performance tool in the game of golf, I'm going to refer to it maybe like a car. That we have this super, super fast Mustang that does everything we need it to do and has the most power and has all the features and abilities. But then we have this Nissan Sentra over here that still does the same thing and gets you from point A to point B, but it's not going to be as fast. It's not going to be as precise. We're not going to care about it. So for some people, golf balls is purely ammo. It's how cheap can we buy it because we're going to lose it, and I don't care what it does. And then for some people, they want it to have certain characteristics, certain traits, certain feels, and we're going to be able to accomplish that with your better, higher-end golf balls. There's two schools of thought on this. I'm not going to say there's a right or wrong. I'm going to tell you what I personally have seen through the years. I never have seen a golf ball really go farther. How these people say, oh, well, I play this golf ball because it goes way farther. The chance of that happening is very slim when I really see it in a real world application. I understand through robot testing, through this and that, we might see some differences.
Yes.
Where I see the bigger difference is from the green to the tee box. So I would rather you get a golf ball that you can score with. So when I say get a golf ball you can score with, I want you to be able to chip and putt the best you can with the most control. So that's where some companies have a motto that this golf ball is made for everybody. Well, it's made for everybody because it's naturally going to probably make you a better chipper and putter because it has a better feel. You're going to be able to control it more by spin and shot characteristics in that situation. So in my opinion, if you're ever trying to get a new golf ball or you want to see the difference, you're almost better to buy a sleeve or two or whatever and hit some putts with it. Go and hit chips with it. Hit 100-yard shots with it and see the difference around the green and the surroundings. That's where scoring, in honesty, that's where scoring happens. If a golf ball does go 2 or 3 yards farther, it's not really going to change your game.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. So how do I tell if my grips are worn out? This is something I've heard you talking to golf shop, them coming in to get their grips redone. So how would I tell if they're worn?
As you know, as you've spent time with me, I like to talk in a lot of analogies because I think it makes it practical, real to people. Let's use Florida, for example. Florida's hot. It's just hot. The sun beats things up. So when you think about we are playing golf, our hands are also slick, they're oily, they're nasty, they're dirty. Yeah. What do? We grab a golf club. Yeah. Then we go and play in 100 degrees heat, and that dirt, the grime, everything gets soaked into the grip. So people a lot of times will go, well, the grip's fine. I've only had it for a year. The problem is that sun has beat it up for a year and it's sat in your garage or sat in the back of your car. And then when you grab it with your dirty hands and this and that, it's just something that's going to wear out. It's like tires on a car. You can say, well, I didn't drive them 30,000 miles. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They dry rot is what they end up happening because the sun destroys it. So then it just isn't a feeling that feels right in your hands. Okay. And your only connection with the golf club is the grip.
Right.
I say re-grip them every year because no matter what, they're going to get feeling, like you said, just not good, not right. It's not how many rounds of golf you play. It's not this or that. At the end of the day, you want it to feel fresh, you want it to feel good, and you want it to feel right, I guess, to you.
Okay.
Does that answer it?
It does. Thank you. That is an awesome answer. So when should a person upgrade their driver?
So that's the nice thing here at Ocala Golf Shop and Fitting Center is there's never a wrong time because we don't charge for fittings and it's something we provide as a service. I couldn't tell you when's the right or wrong time without having you go through a fitting. Because if I get you in here and we see that you can't achieve anything better, because it's not my opinion. At the end of the day, it's our GC Quad launch monitor that's state of the art, that it is giving us our information. So we're using our tool to determine, well, if you're maximizing your potential, why would I tell you to change?
Right.
If you're not, well then, yeah, I want to sit in here and I want to be able to show you, prove that there is something better and how much better it is. Then at that point, it's your decision if that's an upgrade you want to do or not do. But is there a right or wrong time? No, there isn't a right or wrong time. It's just a matter of getting the tools and the info and then you making your decision.
Got it. Okay.
I would say the bigger way to answer that might be get fit.
Got you. Okay. So this one is a kind of a crazy question. I think we touched on this before, but I'm still interested in hearing. I see a lot of different golf bags.
Yeah.
Like, is there a perfect golf bag that why? Why?
So golf bags are a personal expression a lot of times for people, kind of like a car. At the end of the day, you can look at two cars and go, man, I want that color because it looks better to me. I like it better. And guess what? That car's going to be better because I like it. Okay. So for some people, that's what a golf bag is. They want a certain color. They want a certain style. They want a certain pattern. So it's an expression for them. Then for some people, it's huge about where pockets are and, whoa, I got to get my golf balls in this one and my tees in this one. And I want it to be individually divided. And I want to have a cooler and I want to have
customization. Okay.
Exactly. So they're trying to use it to what features that they would like.
Okay.
And then there's some people, let's just go ahead and be honest, what I just said a second ago in another question. The sun destroys them. So some people are like, just give me the cheapest golf bag you can because I'm going to use it for a year. And then guess what? I'm going to throw it away and I'm going to replace it because I just want to keep it looking fresh and I want to do this or that. A golf bag to me, and you've heard me say this before, all it does is hold golf clubs. I don't care what golf bag I really have because I'm like, I'm going to throw it on the back of a cart and as long as it holds my clubs, I'm good with it.
Right. So this is something similar. So how do you feel about golf clubs? Do you think getting premium golf clubs are better, or does it matter? This is sort of a two-part thing. Premium or used, does it matter?
Okay, so here's what you have to determine. And I'm going to use a car analogy. Some people only have a certain budget or they have a certain means of what they can do to spend on a new set of golf clubs. So at that point, it might be more budget conscious of going used and getting what you can spend to get your most bang for the buck. Or you could flip it to the whole other scenario of where I'm going to go, it's not really about price. It's about getting fit. And then when you get fit, if you're like, well, how do I make this happen within this budget? I say it all the time when we get people in here. My number one job is to fit you. That is my job. What you need to keep it within a budget, feel free to express it to me because no one works on commission. So for me, it doesn't matter what it sells for or what we're spending on. I want you to be happy with your product, and I'm going to do my job by getting your fit correct. In all honesty, Daniel, and this might sound a little odd, once I do my job correct, the technical number side from different companies is really not going to be that much different. Now, there might be one you sit down and you go, man, this one looks better. This one feels better to me. And when it does look or feel better to you, guess what you do? You gain more confidence. Well, if you gain more confidence, you might hit that farther or hit it better because you like it better, but it's not necessarily that for the next guy, it could be the same thing.
Okay, got you. So back to the grips. In general, how long is there, let's say you get a really good grip, about how long do they last in general?
I think you should replace grips every year. That's my personal opinion. Once a year. And so the way golf works, and for a lot of people it works like this, there's a season where they're not playing, and then there's a season where they play a lot of golf. Okay. My recommendation is probably right before you get back into playing a lot of golf, try to have your golf club set up the best way you can. Put fresh grips on them. It's a small investment to really make you feel like at the start of your season or whatever you're doing, man, my clubs feel good.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
I see you looking for something. What are you digging around for?
I had another question on my mind, and I can't think of it right now. So I understand about the grips. I understand about the clubs, meaning user premium. I need to get fit first. So it really doesn't matter about those. If I don't get fit, I won't even know what's right for me anyways.
100%. Because you could actually, the funny story is, and I'm bouncing all over when I say this, I can't tell you how many people that come in and they go, man, I got such a great deal on this golf club, but I can't hit it. Well,
Right.
sir, it's the wrong club for you. So that deal was no good. All you did was waste money, really. You didn't get a deal. You
Right.
wasted money. Where if you would have just got fit, you would have known, man, no matter how good that deal was, it wasn't the right club for me.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I do have more questions, but that's all the questions I have for right now.
Perfect.
So I will definitely be taking this information, jotting it down, and make sure. And I do also understand about the golf bags that
Yeah.
it is just personal flavor.
Yes.
So, and I have seen a lot of cool golf bags. So,
And see, that is the cool thing that's happened in golf, and especially with us being locally owned and operated. We try to find the budget for every person. We try to find the needs for every person. So if you are a budget conscious golfer, come and see us. We got stuff that's for you. But if you're the guy who wants the best of the best and get fit and everything, we can make that happen for you too. We're for all the golfers, if you want to say, and that's pretty much our number one goal, is to try to take care of everybody in the golfing community is the dream. I mean, the other thing I think that is great is we love to talk. We're golfers just like the persons that walk through our doors.
Yeah.
So we're never sitting here hoping, well, we hope there's not 30 questions here today, or we hope you've seen it and you've made many comments when you're in the shop, like y'all have a love for the game. You love what you do. You want to talk to people and make them understand it better. I mean, my dad was working with me today and someone came in and said something and he goes, it's great how you don't correct them. You just try to give them the info and the tools so they know why it's happening and what it's happening for. And that is what we love to do. And I think people can see that's our passion. I think they can see it through reviews. I think they can see it through people saying that a lot of times. And then with all that being said, and you and I have talked about this, so hopefully this will get into the clip. Ask as many questions as y'all want to us. Daniel will try to pull them out, and he'll try to, from the comment section, probably from time to time, to where if you have a crazy question you want to know something about, send it to us. We'll answer it. We'll try to give you the best answer we can and the most information we can to give you an answer.
That's perfect. All right, thank you so much for answering these. I'll try to make them tougher next time because I see you just flew right through these.
We're good. So thank you guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time.